You're not going to hear him from me if I'm on a ventilator. So I hope he's getting better. I thought he was just in for something orthopedic. Sounds like it.
Yeah, the last time I spoke to him, he wasn't on a ventilator, so I had no idea.
Yeah, I just saw a post. Marilyn sent me a post of So, yeesh, that's not good. But apparently he's getting better. What the post say? Let's see. It says it was from DFI Network. Jardad. I don't even know. Jaridyn. Jardian, I guess. Hey, back to update everyone. Omar called me a bit ago, and his nurse gave me an update. He is, as of today, which was, I guess, yesterday, doing better, but the last few days he was on a ventilator. That being said, today he was able to do some physical therapy, and his oxygen levels are back to 92 to 94% range. So prayers that he keeps steady in his recovery. Yeah, so he's having a rough time. Poor guy. That stinks. Okay, what do you got going on, sir?
Nothing. I wasn't able. I don't have any deals just yet, but I was curious. Coming down the pipeline. I wanted to see you make 2 offers, like one on a property that, like a turnkey property that does cash flow already, and turnkey property that doesn't cash flow. So I can kind of get an idea of.
Yeah, let's start searching. So here's what I'm going to do, because the best I can tell, sometimes I know a lot of you are at work. And so more times than not, you're just trying to gather some information and education by osmosis. So I think the best thing I can do is just start searching for properties. And so I'm going to go to Kent, Ohio. I was watching Kent State play football this weekend. I'm like, hey, I've never tried Kent, Ohio, and so that's going to be it's a football town, and it's a college town. Kent State's there, and so I thought, that might be a good one. So when you're out and about doing whatever you're doing, always be thinking about trying to gather some information for what you're doing with your wholesaling. Okay, I'll share my screen, and I like the challenge. Thank you for suggesting this.
No problem. I mean, because I don't properties that need rehab, I don't have a problem making offers on those, but I do or properties with tenants already, properties with tenants already and fix and flips, I don't have a problem making offers on those. I can make offers on those all day, and I could kind of wiggle my way through the negotiation and do all that. The problem that I'm finding is with properties that are turnkey, vacant, and either do cash flow or don't cash flow, that I really can pick apart. Okay,
good. And I think you got to give yourself more credit. I think you're better at this than you think, honestly. So don't be so hard on yourself, because you're doing good with everything that you're doing. You're probably the most consistent person we've got, so that means the most. Whenever I turn on the stage, you're always there with your hand up. So
yeah,
that says you give a crap. So that's good, and you're doing it full time. Do you have another job or no?
No. I family.
What's that?
They're cool. They're cool. I said I stay with family, and they're cool with doing what I do, with me doing what I do. So I'm kind of lucky in that regard.
You're totally lucky, but you're taking advantage of it. With what a lot of people will do is they'll be like, well, I don't want to hand out. And it's like, well, there's sometimes that you do. So take it. Like, don't be dumb. So I like the fact that you're doing that. That's good. Okay. Maybe Kent's not the place to go. But it made me think. Let's find the 10 best. Let's go. Austin, Texas, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Let's start there. We're trying to find, and Chapel Hill's another good one. Okay, we'll try Ann Arbor. Because this isn't coming up. I hope Atlas isn't being stupid today. There we go. Oh, not much there. So we'll move on from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Not a great one. Chapel Hill. Also, there's another Oxford, Mississippi has Ole Miss. Maybe I'll try that one. I haven't looked at any of those to see what kind of rents there are there. In these smaller towns, it's a little bit harder to find stuff too. So let's see. Let's go low to high. This has got 307 leads and it keeps refreshing. So let's just do that. Sorted by price. Okay, we're in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and it just keeps on cranking for more stuff. This is more than likely 4,800 means it's let's double check it, but I think it's probably rent. Yeah. It's a huge, beautiful home. Okay, so that's a rent. 174, 1,700. Maybe this isn't a great place. 187, 1,700. These are all above the 1% rule, so we're not going to waste our time here. What other college towns? Let's see. Austin, Berkeley. But what are the big ones? Like Alabama. Where is Alabama?
South Bend is a decent one with the 1%.
South Bend's yours though, right? That's the one you kind of changed. You cool with me going there?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
That's totally fine.
Okay, I just don't want to.
If you get the deal there, I mean, I know the buyer there, so we wouldn't have any trouble finding a buyer.
Well, there we go. Guys, that's such a huge thing to know. Okay, so we're gonna go to South Bend. I did a.
He doesn't really buy.
I did a political commercial with the mayor there at the time, a guy named Pete Buttigieg. He's now, I think, Secretary of State. Really good dude.
Oh wow,
super good guy. So it's a cool place too. Okay, here we go. Now, have you already looked at all the lower ones?
I haven't called in South Bend in a while, so
okay, good.
Probably not.
Okay, and this is what we're looking for. These are $990 for 39, $990, $1,000. Okay, these are good. This one looks a little hammered. I see that there's a roof missing, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not that. That's not my kind of thing. So let's see what this one is. So we're just going to do a quick look at it, but this is another one that needs a lot of help. I mean, this is something we can go in and offer $5,000 for, and they'll say no. So let's move to something that's a little bit more. Let's go. I'm going to go a little more expensive. This one's not bad. Let's see, 69, 1,200 are the rents. But I think it needs a new roof. Let's see. And again, ugly houses are the way to go. But we're looking for a turnkey that we can kind of say doesn't really cash flow great, but we're going to make it into something. So let's little. Okay, this one's a little bit nicer. I think the roof is fine. I think that's just the picture is moraying a little bit. Okay, so more than likely this one's rented out. It's 7,400. It's been on it's 74,000. It's been on for a short time. Go to cash. Let's just see at their asking price, and this is where I like to just have this number at 75,000 and 990. Does it cash flow? Well, it does, but it's only $174. at their price. So what we do is we say it doesn't cash flow. They're already thinking about investment property. So a month-to-month lease is generating $750. So this is not good. That $750, it does not cash flow. It's $18. Okay, so with updates or renovation property, okay, I don't like this one because the rents are terrible. So low rent, not worth it. Not even going to waste our time. And what I want to make sure you guys are doing too is we really need to get great deals. Good deals aren't going to cut it anymore. We got to get great deals. Okay, this one, all right, a little cleaner inside. Totally worth a call. Let's see what the rents are. See if it says anything here. Tenant occupied, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So we're gonna assume that this $1,000 a month is right. Let's round it down. Go section 8 here. Oh, this thing keeps putting me to seller finance. Start. Okay, let's see. So yeah, we've got cash flow possibilities if we offer half. Let's see what it is at their price and then call. Nope, 75,000. Well, not 750. There we go. Fat fingers. Okay, so the revenue's $150, $150. And it needs a lot of help. So this is going to be an example of one that potentially cash flows, right? We're going to tell them it doesn't because it doesn't cash flow to our expectations. But we're going to give them a call and see what's going on. It's the only way to find out. Best part of making these phone calls is finding the other properties that they have that might be off the market. Okay. And so a lot of people think that wholesaling, you can get kind of just sit by and get lists and call those lists and that's going to work for you. It's not. You gotta be proactive. You gotta be massively proactive. Okay. So we're calling Justin and it's Monday. So hopefully he's there. We're in Indiana. So what time is it? 10 o'clock there?
11.
It is. Is East Coast, Indiana?
Yes. Well, it depends on which part of Indiana.
Gotcha. All right, let's do it.
Battery 100%.
Hi, you've reached JP. I am currently unable to get to the phone right now.
Well, that's not okay. Try it again.
Hi, you've reached JP. I am currently
Well,
unable
JP has got to answer his phone. So he's on ignore right now. So let's see if the third one gets us.
Hi, you've reached JP. I am currently
We'll try
unable
the
to get
fourth one, try to get him.
Hi, you've reached JP.
Okay, so he's no good. So we're going to send him a quick text. So text message is going to be, first I do the address, 75 days listed. So again, it's one of those things where the market's already said what the price is and it's not what they're asking. You love that. Hey, this is Trent Kamerman, and I just wanted to get more information on this property. What are rents right now? Cool. That's just enough. I share my information with them so they know I'm real. What we'll do is we're going to put this over into Rita, just so I can keep an eye on it. And Rita's saying $1,250, so I'm going to capture the property, save the property, and then when I go into my dashboard, I'm going to just label it real quick so I have it. Okay. What was his number? Okay, so that's fine. Save note. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Then we'll just move on to the next one. Again, no reason to beat a dead horse when you're doing these things. Just keep on going. Put this to 60. All right, let's check the next one. See, we made it past those. We were into the 70,000, 990. Okay, 1410. I don't believe that. So going 82,000. Let's see. What do we like here? Okay, so this one's a little bit better. Potentially 1,200 a month. Let's see if it's clean, because you want a clean one, right? Well, this is good. Okay, this isn't brutal. This definitely needs some help. So asking for a discount's not going to be crazy. Well, that's cool. There's like a creepy little jail down below, but it does have a garage. Okay, so this should be one that's, let's see, 41 days, 84.5. At 84.5, let's see if it cash flows at 84.5. Call it 85,000. If it's 1,200, it should cash flow a little bit for that. So we got to double check this, the rent. I just want to see what Rita says. 14. Okay, so it says higher. All right, let's call it and see what. Is that what you're seeing? Is that kind of the standard rents in that area?
Yep, around 1,200 definitely. Yeah, I'd say for if it already doesn't have a tenant in it, I find that if there's a tenant already in it, the rents are lower than that, sitting at around like 900.
Oh, really? 900. Let's see.
Yeah, if there's a tenant already. Yeah.
Yeah, so at 900, it won't cash flow at their offer price. Okay, let's leave it at that, just so we can call on it and find out what Samantha says here. And I created a chat GTP that helps me now, kind of with my, it's almost like a script, but it's from the Never Split the Difference guy. Let me show you real quick. I think I've showed you.
If you got it, willing to share that.
Yeah, it's super helpful. I mean, it's just it's a simple way to do it. I just downloaded his. I don't know if I can share. Am I allowed to? I don't know if I can share my chats. But
how did you do it? I know you could search them.
Here, I can even show you. So, Mikey helped me, the 16-year-old, because if you ever want a question of any, tech, Discord, chat, ask a 16-year-old. You go into your
Gotcha.
your GTP, and you go up here and you go create. Okay, and all you do is create, like, I'm gonna help you build your GPTs. You can say something like make and what I did was say make it, to the voice of Chris Voss. You configure it, just name it, description, what you want it to do, all that. And then you can pick which model you want. I'd go auto detect on that side. So obviously I don't have anything here, but then it builds it. It's super quick. And I can Marilyn will put in the chat. I found the book online, so you can just put the book into chat, and then it'll answer whatever you need in the voice of Chris Voss from Never Split the Difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to get some information from this. So this is probably okay. So what I'll do is just describe it real quick. So it's negatively cash flows $44. So I'm going to ask chat for Chris Voss how to handle it. So hang on. I've got a property that I want to call on that is pretty hammered. I would say it's going to need about $30 a square foot worth of work. But give me a nice opening line that I can say to the people that, you know, it's been on for 75 days. It looks like you're overpriced. What's a great way to frame that? Okay. I kind of went all over the place, but that's okay. I mean, that's the beauty of chat, is it does what you're thinking, not what you're saying sometimes. Okay. And so here's the tactical empathy way. Hey, it looks like you've been here for a while. 75 days is no small stretch. Sounds like this place is taking a beating. How are you thinking about where the market is for this property and what is going to be, what is going to be needed? About $30 a week. It didn't give me one. Hold on. I don't like that. I don't like that one. That's usually it's better. Give me a simpler opening line that I can talk to these guys. I need to talk to the realtor and frame it in a empathetic way. And this helps you guys with your scripts. I don't believe in scripts, but I believe in getting, seems like this property's been sitting longer than you expected. How are those buyers responding to the commission, to the condition? Those are great questions to ask. Like, those are just simple, easy questions to ask. Okay, because that makes them talk. How are the buyers responding to the condition of your place? You know, it seems like the property's been sitting longer than you expected. So let's throw that out to them and just, we'll try that as our, we'll test it. 41 days listed. I said 75, so I lied. Okay, let's call Samantha. And you come into the conversation from a place of authority, because right away you're not, you're asking deeper questions than the typical wholesaler questions. Oops, that's wrong. Hang on. All right, so here we go. Why it's not picking up?
Hi, you've reached Samantha.
Okay, and we just keep calling until she answers. Hey guys on TikTok, thanks for coming. If you want to join the Discord and you can see everything that's going on, just go up into my Sans store and it's a free Discord, so there's no reason not to jump in.
Hi.
Okay, that's call number 2. Usually call number 3 gets us through. I also don't know why am I.
Hi, you've reached Samantha Boston.
Well,
Sorry I missed your phone
sorry,
call.
Samantha.
Please leave a message and I'll get back.
You're going to get a 4th call. I have no problem calling 4 times, because what I've found out too is that Verizon and AT&T, they don't even put through your first 2 calls. So you're really only calling twice on the 4th one.
Hello?
Hey there, how are you? I'm calling about 1217 West Sample.
Yes.
Hey, what can you tell me about that? It looks like it's been on for a little while and the condition's not delicious. But
yeah, I mean, they're just trying to sell it as is. It is the seller's grandparents' house. Yeah, it needs a lot of work. But
okay.
they're just trying to sell it. The lawyer said, yeah, you might as well start to sell it. But yeah, it's been sitting. There's been a few showings on it.
Right.
But nothing, no feedback or anything has come on it yet. So
What kind of, have you guys gotten any offers at all?
no offers. There's only been like 5 or 6 showings on it.
Right.
But nobody has come back saying any offers on it yet.
Okay. And in that area, is it fair to say $900 would be probably the rents?
$900 would be what? I'm sorry.
Would that be a fair amount for rent? Would that be probably what rents are? I'm just trying to figure out from an investment standpoint.
Yeah, so between that and like 1,100 is usually the going rate around here.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
I think the reason it's not moving is at their offer price, it doesn't cash flow. And so when you've got investors, we kind of are looking for a cash flow situation. And then
Gotcha.
we also kind of base like a very low renovation at like $25 a square foot. And so on the 1364, we're looking at probably $34,000 in renovations.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna need new plumbing and a new roof
Yeah.
on it. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I mean, like it does need work.
Yeah,
I know
for sure.
that she said it definitely needs new plumbing and a new roof.
Okay. So are they, do you think they're at the point where they're just like, I just want to get rid of it so we don't have to deal with this? Or are they unreasonable and thinking, nope, this is a gold mine?
Kind of 50-50.
Okay.
Because, yeah, they don't want to get rid of it super, like they don't want to just sell it for nothing.
Right.
But I did talk to her today and she asked if there were any feedbacks and I said, nope, nothing yet. I said, there have been some showings, but nothing. And she said, okay, I know we dropped the price once already. We might have to drop it again. But I mean, I just told her some things just aren't moving that fast.
No,
and
it's,
I also told her, I said, you kind of went at the very end of the peak season.
yeah.
Like when everyone's out looking at houses and stuff like that. And she lifted it kind of towards the end. So, and I told her that a house like this is not going to go super fast. It's not, I mean, it's going to take time.
Yeah. Or, or you've got to just take whatever, when you get an offer, be happy you got an offer. Not getting an offer in 45 days is pretty rough. Let me do some numbers. I know 100% for certain that at 84,000, it does not cash flow. In fact, I've got it as losing $144 a month.
Okay.
And I didn't even figure in the the repairs. So yeah, let me run some numbers and I'll get back with you. But if you have any insight on where their bottom line is, I definitely don't want to insult, but I do want to make an offer because this is what we do. But yeah, let me I'll run some numbers and I'll get back to you, probably in about an hour.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. And I'll get a hold of her too and figure out what's going on. The bottom line. Yeah,
for sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the call.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too. See ya. Okay, so we're gonna have no problem making a lowball offer on this one at all, right? Do you see how we found out their motivation? It's a house that was handed down, so whatever money comes out of it's free money for them. Like, they're thrilled. The other cool thing is it's been on for 45 days. They have not had one offer. Okay. So this is definitely one I'm going to come in at 25, even though they're asking 84. Because at this point, it's not the value of the house. It's the value of $25,000. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, do we want this headache or do we want 25 grand? Okay. So I told her I was going to run numbers. I already ran numbers, but I like to have the credibility of calling back. There's so much to be said for calling back. Okay.
It definitely builds trust, and like the consistency part of it is being like,
Yeah. Well, and I don't really care as much about this property as I do the other properties. And so if you think about it and you're a realtor and you're like, wait, this guy called back and he came up with a pretty good argument about everything. And, you know, it just builds credibility on the next deal. So always be thinking of that. So I'm going to create a new contact here. This is Samantha. So I always take the last name, I make it the address, because then when we talk, and you said you have a buyer in South Bend? Or do
he only he'll buy tenant occupied properties or properties that are like turnkey, like ready for a tenant.
Okay, he likes the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because he's farther from South Bend, but yeah.
Okay, no worries. So I got her in my phone. I'm also going to send her a little message just real quick. Again, 100% for just credibility. Okay, and her name is Boss Man. Boss Man. So I'm sending her a message. I'm going to put the address. And I might even tell her, hey, tell me if I'm wasting my time, but I've got a low ball on this one because of the amount of costs for the repairs that I'm estimating. And see what she says. Because I figured $25 a square foot at $13.64 times $25. So we're looking at $35,000 in repairs. And so that's what I'm going to tell her real quick. So $35,000 in repairs, 85,000 minus 35,000. Okay, so I'm setting them up to think that 50,000 is probably where we need to be. So I need to go a little lower than that. So maybe 40 is what's a little bit more. 40 or 35. Let's see what 35 does. So 35,000 and 900 a month. She said it could be 1,100, so we can add $100 or $200 to 305. So we're still good. We're still really good at 35,000. So I'm gonna just say the repairs and the loss of rent and all that is why I've got to come in so low. But I'm just gonna prep her for that. So stand by. I'm gonna send her a message. Samantha, thank you so much for taking my call. I am going to run numbers and I'm going to get with my construction guys and see what it's going to cost for the renovations. You kind of scared me when you told me that there's some plumbing issues, and that can always be pretty expensive. As far as the cosmetic part of it and the roof, I'm figuring around $35,000 to $40,000 in repairs. And so I'm a little nervous about the offer I'm going to make you, but hopefully your seller understands that you haven't had any offers so far and that it might be wise to grab whatever you can. But let me finish up and do my numbers correctly, and I will get back to you. Okay, so that's sent. It's a little bit of a long text, but it's food for thought. And if she's a smart realtor, she's going to talk to her. She's going to talk to her people and say, "Hey, your place is hammered." And so, I'll still probably go at 30 or 25 and start there because we can move up to 35. So at 25, 900 a month. So we're figuring lower rents than what she's saying. It's 375. It's 71 at 1,100, which is what they're saying is the high rent. We're looking at 535. So I like to guess low and see what we can do. Okay, so now I want to save this in my notes and just do a quick rundown. And I always just do voice to text, so you don't have to type anything. I'm super lazy in that regard. Okay, so far I've offered nothing except a follow-up phone call I'm assuming $40,000 in repairs. It looks like the owners are people who received this after somebody died, and so the money itself might be what's going to motivate them. So more than likely a $25,000 offer is coming their way. They have had no offers so far. Oh, looks like it ran out of room. Okay, so we're going to save it there. I'm also going to save it over on this side, and they're saying way better. So I don't know if we believe it, but if we get it, oh sorry, where you guys? Whenever I do the talk text, it doesn't work. I don't hear you guys. So hang on. So I'm saving this property over in Rita as well. And I just want to remind myself what I said on this one. So let's pull it up. Again, staying organized like this, it takes a couple minutes, but when your 14 calls in and somebody calls you back, you know exactly where you're at. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this. Had a great phone call with the realtor. The seller has not had any offers, a couple walkthroughs, but that's it. We're going to offer $25,000. We're assuming about $30,000 to $40,000 in repairs. I will send her unofficial offer in about an hour. It's 8:34 a.m. Okay, so that gives me all my notes, and so it allows me to be able to move on. Okay, does that make sense? Did that help at all, Tyrell?
Yeah, definitely the flow of the conversation. It's that helped with that being a fix and flip. Yeah, definitely. I actually don't call a lot of flicks and flips.
Yeah,
but I mean,
why?
tenant occupancy stuff I do. Just
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't really found a market that are like this, like good for fix and flips. Is all.
Okay, and the cool thing is when you have a buyer that's into fix and flips, then you're good to go. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll call a construction company in the area and I'll say, hey, are you guys into fix and flips at all? And they're like, oh yeah, things are really slow right now. That'd be great. So it is something that you can partner with construction companies if you want to, but also handing it off to them at a good price is money. But also I've got investor lift, and so I can go to South Bend and find people that are, I'll hone it into fix and flips. And I love the fact, I mean, the best part of this whole thing is they've had people look at it and nobody has made any offers. So they're 41 days into being like, maybe we're going to be stuck with this thing. Okay. So now I'm going to double check, make sure it's in my dashboard. It is. It's got my note. There it is. And now we're good to go. We're good to go to the next one. Again, guys, no reason to like stress over things or, it's so good to just move on from each of these things. When you do it, move on to the next one. Okay, we're back to this. Okay, you want one that's a little bit more turnkey, but you said one that doesn't cash flow. Is that what you're thinking? I
was thinking we just do one where it does cash flow at their asking price, and you come up with the best argument that you can as to like why we're going for a price reduction, even if it's turnkey type of thing.
Okay.
And
yeah, let's look.
One more in like and then another one that's like more in like the $250,000 price range that we either go for like exactly type of thing.
Okay. So here we go.
Or the all cash, whichever one.
Okay, cool. This one is kind of turnkey. I mean, it looks like it's got new carpet. I mean, at least they did vacuum it. You can see the marks. This is not a horrible kitchen. They were smart enough to unplug the stove. Yeah, I mean, we're not looking at nasty bathrooms. Everything seems pretty solid. This is a weird bathroom. It's kind of a tiny bathroom. But here's our argument. Like, ooh, that, upstairs looks like it needs some help. And here's our other argument. Wow, there's a ton of, it's nice that that's a big area, but boy, does it need help. To get that pad out of there and to turn that into a lawn is going to be expensive. Okay, so that's where my head's at with this. Again, we're looking at $1,260 as rents. I like to double check with Rita and see if they agree. It's 100,000 and 1440. Okay, so that kind of agrees. It's more on Rita, which is good because I like to go with a lower price. So we'll round that down to 1,200, and we're going to take it to their purchase price in a cash situation of 99 at 1,200, and we should cash flow. Nope, not much. 121. So that's good. We can come in and say it doesn't cash flow to our desire. It does. We're not lying. We're just saying it's not to our standards. And then more than likely we're going to come in and offer 50 grand because then it will cash flow at 463. So we know between 50 and 60 is going to go, like, we got 400 a month. That's great. I'm fine with 300 a month is sellable. So if we started at 50 and have to come up to 60, we're still fine. Okay, so it is kind of a cash flowing. It's only been on for a month. So this is a little bit of a tough one. We just have to see how motivated they are, and that's the whole reason we call.
Yeah.
No reason not to call. Okay, so copy. I really think that one with Samantha is going to be solid because I love their motivation. And that's why the phone calls, guys. You cannot analyze any deal without a phone call to the realtor. I don't care who you are because there's too many factors. And this does not connect. Okay, so super simple. Everything I do is simple. That's what keeps you moving. So when we get too complicated, it's not worth it. And you get discouraged and you don't want to do it anymore. And it sucks. Hey, life's good. I'm good. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's see. Let's try that again. Return. Hey, and did you guys see on that one, Samantha? It was the fourth. It was the fourth call. That the fourth ring is what got us through.
Yep.
Seems obnoxious, but it isn't. Did she say anything about it? Nope. She didn't care. She might make some money off that call. She didn't care at all.
Hi, you've reached Matt Curry with Trusty Number Real Estate.
Come on, Matt, answer your phone. So those first two, he probably didn't even get them. Just assume that on everything.
Well, this is Matt.
Hey, Matt, what's going on? I'm calling about 834 Brookfield Street.
Yes.
What can you tell me about that place? It looks pretty good, but I just wanted to know, are rents in that area about 1,200? That's what I'm getting.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Got 3-1. Side new roof. Cleared out the whole yard. There's newer windows, new carpeting, fresh paint throughout. It's really just the first floor that's livable. Basement's unfinished. Attic space is unfinished. The kitchen and bath, nothing special, but they're clean, and I think you'd have to go in and check it out, but pretty much ready to rent.
Ready to rent. Okay. And then what's the motivation of the seller? Anything outstanding or is it a fix and flipper?
He's an investor, so he's owned it for a while, but he's selling some properties because he wants to kind of gather up some cash and buy some bigger, like multi-units and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So
So he's moving on up is what's going on.
moving on up. Yeah, but, he has a ton of properties, so he's trying to get as much as he can for each one. He's not in a position to like hurry or anything like that.
Okay, so he's not super motivated.
He's not. No, we've had folks who offers on his properties. Kind of. Anyway, I mean, he's willing to negotiate a bit, but but he's expecting people to be reasonable with them.
Okay, so he's like a 10% discount kind of guy.
Yeah, I think it sounds about right.
My problem is the cash flow is not the best at those prices. So that's it doesn't really fit our cash flow parameters. Okay, well, that's great to know. Let me look into it a little bit more, run some numbers and see if we can get it to cash flow. And I'm assuming he's not a creative guy. He doesn't want to do any kind of that stuff, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Get to the closing table and get a check.
No, I get it. How does he justify the fact that it doesn't cash flow that much? I mean, I'm getting it cash flowing at his price. It cash flows like $100. So
$100.
yeah.
Well, so you'd have to tell me more about that so I understand where your numbers are.
Oh yeah, I'm saying $1,200 rent. PITI is probably around $839, and then the operational expenses about $250. Just worst case scenario, it comes in about $121 at his price. And so that's, as an investor, I know he knows cash flow is king, and so I just didn't know if he's willing to come down to where it does cash flow.
He's 100% cash. I mean,
Yeah, that's not a problem. That part's not a problem. But I need like something, because that backyard's gonna need. I mean, the backyard's gonna need some help because it's just kind of like a lot. And so he did a good job with everything else, but he kind of ignored the landscaping in the backyard.
Yeah, I mean, you present what you think could work, and
Okay.
it's just more info for him.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to do that, and I'll send something over in a little while.
I think the other thing with this house, it can go either way. It's not just a rental. It could be a first-time home buyer house too.
Hard to find those guys. That's the problem. I wish there was a big bucket of first-time home buyers that we could just choose from.
Oh yeah, I mean, I sold them that right within about half a mile there, and they're there.
Right. Okay. Anything else that you have that's a huge deal that you can't wait to get off your hands and get your commission?
I mean, no, not really.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay. Well, let me, I'll run some numbers. I'll send something over. Thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Later. Okay. So, I mean, we kind of know on this one. I mean, even at 85, here's what we need to do. So it's $100,000. If we get a $15,000 discount, our assignment fee is going to be probably in the $1,000 to $2,000 range, just because there's so many costs that get eaten up. Net revenue is $219, not super sellable unless we can get it down to 75. And just talking to them, we kind of know that's not going to happen. So the question is, do we rack our brains and try to figure out a way to make this work? Or what I can do is just send over a text and say, hey, hate to be the guy that's, lowballing, but 75 is the best I can do. And that way it allows me to cash flow. And then see what happens. And point out the fact that the backyard needs about $10,000 worth of work. So that's where I'd be with that. What's that?
I was just saying that doesn't include the attic as well. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and they said that the basement's unfinished, but we don't see any pictures of it. So that's the attic, but no basement. Because you can turn this attic into a living space. It looks like it's big enough because it's got a door. That's weird, huh? And it's got a football. So what's better than that? But I mean, there's a potential like study living area up there that you could turn it into. But again, do we want it for 99? We don't. So, and we already know that he's an investor, and so he knows what's up. So if we give him real numbers, and he's been on for 36 days, he's not hurting. So we're going to be an offer that just kind of sits, and who knows, we might get a call back. That's kind of the deal on this kind of an offer. So what I'll do is I'm going to set up a an offer. I'm going to send it to him after we do a couple more, but I'll just have it in my inbox, and since it's fresh. Okay, and his name's Matt. And I'll send him the address. So I'm sending him the address first. Put the address in the text. Matt, really good to talk to you. I know my offer is going to be low, just hearing how your seller is and that he knows what he's doing as far as being an investor. But I'm going to make it anyhow. I'm looking at the attic is going to need some help, as well as the backyard is going to need massive help. So the best I can do in order to make it cash flow to where I need it to cash flow is to offer $75,000 cash. So keep this offer in your back pocket. I know he's not going to be thrilled with it, but if nothing happens in 2 or 3 months and he's like ready to go, that offer will stand. It does not expire. Okay. Okay. So I'm just keeping that. I'm not sending it yet, but I will keep. So I'm just keeping that ready to send. Or maybe I just sent it accidentally. No, I don't think I did. Okay, and then I'm going to keep his info too. But the beauty is when you make when you put the address in, then if that phone comes up, that phone number comes up, the address is right at the top of your text, and so you can look at your text and be like, "Oh, that's that one." Okay, sweet. Okay, so that's. Oh, did I send it? Maybe I did send it. I don't think I did. No, I didn't send it yet. Okay, so that's one to put in there. And then I'm going to save it. Again, notes. Keep your notes. Offered $75,000. The seller is an investor and not hurting for money, so no real motivation. Said the backyard needs a lot of attention. That's why the low offer, as well as it does not cash flow at their price. Okay, so we save that. Save. Okay, and that's in the dashboard. Also, I'll just take the same thing. Oops, I'm still, there we go. Killing me. There it is. So I'm just double saving just because my team can see my Rita. And that's why I double save, is just because that'll have more eyeballs on it. So capture property. I like using these two things together. Oops. I didn't do it right. Stand by. There it is. Solo. So if you're using Rita, you need to make sure you capture the property and then hit save. Okay, so capture property. I just didn't hit save on that last time. Okay, so this is two offers made. I mean, they're not under contract yet, but we are gonna let's kind of circle back with Samantha on the one that I do like. that they're motivated. And really, it's going to be a situation where I just say, you know, do they want 25 grand in their pocket, or do they want to keep on with this headache? And that's where we're going to be, because it's going to cost them. They're going to have to pull out more money to fix it than it's going to be worth. And so I'm going to just kind of explain that to them. Okay, we're saving this to Rita. Come on, Rita. There it is. And it's the exact same thing that I had over on the other side. I just copied and pasted it, but it saves the notes. And that way my team has got it as well. Okay. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to circle back right now because we're on this one, right? Okay, let's circle back and see what we can say to Samantha. And what did I say I was going to offer? Let's see. So analyze lead. See, even that quickly, you forget what you said. And I didn't do any notes on this one. Was that the one? That's not even the one, is it?
No, it's the sample street.
It's this one, right?
Yes.
Had a great phone call, sellers. Okay, and I didn't make an offer. Samantha, thank you much for taking my call. I'm going to run numbers. Okay. Okay, I ran my numbers, and they're not going to love this, but they kind of have to look at it as at least they're getting money out of this, and the market is not loving that property. If they were to do the repairs and everything themselves, they'll probably come out making about $5 or $6 grand. So what I'd like to do is offer $5,000 cash to just take it over and be done for them, and I will take on all the repairs. Let me know if that's interesting to them. That offer does not expire, and so it's at least nice to have an offer. They'll make you look good to them, and we'll see. Okay, so we'll just send that over. I think it's a reasonable, I think it's a totally reasonable argument, because having money is nice to have some money come out of it and they don't have to do any work. And again, when somebody dies and it just lands in your lap, it's one of those things where kind of sweet. Okay, let's see. So that was, let me just check my dashboard. I thought I put it in here. I did. There it is. Okay. And so now I'm going to go back in here and just give myself another note. Or does it allow me to? I think that's, yeah, I said it already. Okay. So we're good. Let me do over to Rita. And then I send a text message. And I can even copy the text message and put it in here. Okay. So now we're good on all counts. We know what's going on. And even better, because I'm on the team situation here, my team sees it too. Okay. So there we go. We got 2 good ones in the pipeline, and we'll see what happens. Let's go back to looking at these deals here. Let's see, where is it? Okay. We're in South Bend. I think I messed it up. Let's see. It's a good area, Tyrell.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy calling in South Bend a lot. I mean, obviously that's where I got my first deal at. So
Yeah, oh, it's solid. It's really solid. Hey, I'm sure we don't have any update from the other one, right? You're just waiting on title.
yeah, I mean, I tried to call the real estate agent 3 times. and sent him a text, and he hasn't gotten back to me. So
Okay.
I'm trying to get an update from him as to what the title, exactly what the title situation is, so I can tell my buyer exactly what's going on. And then
Okay.
we need to figure out. So I don't know if, I'm assuming it's something on the attorneys end that they have to handle. It's nothing to do with us because we're ready to close.
Okay. Cool. Well, and it was the weekend, so I'm sure it'll take a minute and they'll figure it out. Okay, so then the other thing you were saying is like you'd love to find something that's in the 250 range that doesn't cash flow,
Yes.
right? So my question is, why would you go after something that doesn't cash flow? Or are you saying
That's a good question. I mean, if like with the 1%, at least with pitching seller finance.
yeah, so I think what you're getting at is like, hey, it doesn't cash flow, let's give them a reason to sell it to us through seller finance. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I just saw this one.
Or even, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem.
Even if we would did like a $50,000 lowball, that type of thing, where it's like you do a.
Let's see what we can do. I just saw this one. It's a duplex. I love duplexes. And it's been on for 10 days. Let's just see what the rents are. So if the rents are $11.67 per unit, which is not crazy for a 3-2, right? So 3-2 at $11.67 per side is not crazy at all. We'll call it 2,200. Okay, because it's two of them. Let's just figure it at 2,002 and just see what the difference is. Okay, I'll look at 2,200. At their asking price, cash is 200,000. Let's see where we're at. Okay, at their asking price, we're cash flowing $94 a month, which is not horrible. At least it's cash flowing. Let's take a quick look around. But it looks like messy tenants, some crayon on the, so kids, messy tenants, bathroom renovations, kitchen renovation-ish. Let's see what we can do. I mean, people are living there potentially. If there's tenants in place. It's so, okay, what the heck? Can you guys see how much, what is that, salad dressing? Somebody loves whatever flavor salad dressing. I wish I could zoom in further. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so this one needs help, but it's a duplex. And so, okay. Anybody else see the donuts in the bedroom? Does anybody need that many donuts in their bedroom? What are people thinking about when they say, yeah, come on in, take some pictures? Make sure you get a good shot. Okay, Samantha said she's going to present it to her client. So that could be our first deal of the week. Let's get that one under contract. 25 grand would be sweet on that one. Okay, so this one needs a lot of help. Let's call it 25 bucks a square foot on a $2,600, 2,600 times 25. So potentially $65,000 in repairs. Okay, and we're using that to kind of elevate our reason for giving them a crappy. Okay, but here we go. The amount's 250. The balance is 231. I don't understand how that can be. Hang on 2 seconds.
Hold on, and real quick, just to kind of like a side note, I know Richard says like when they buy turnkey properties, at least the investors that they deal with, I guess, they put fresh paint and they do $15,000 worth of rehab no matter how turnkey it is. Like, so I mean,
Is
I
that
guess
true,
that could be an
though?
argument.
Is that true?
You know,
though?
yeah.
Why
You're
would
right.
you?
You're right.
If you have a nice place, why would you come in and spend 15 grand? I see what you're saying. I don't know. The painting with broad strokes like that is
Maybe I
kind
took
of
it out a little bit out of context.
it might be.
Well, I
It
mean,
might
no,
be. But like, I mean, here's the perfect example of a turnkey property, right? And I don't know what you would do with this one. But what's funny is I've got a neighbor place that does have an idea. And he's like, hey, let's renovate the entire thing. I could probably make this place worth $1 million. And we'll do a full renovation of the whole place for 200 grand. And so I'm like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those situations where there's a reason to do it. I don't know. I just don't think you can. I think everything, you've seen this one before. Like this one, Gee, I didn't change a thing here. Because they wanted out and they were fine with it. So like, are you really going to say, oh no, this needs $15,000 in work or we can't come in there? Nope.
Yeah.
So this doesn't cash flow. Absolutely.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. So I would say my suggestion there, and I kind of know what Richard was there, is he's like trying to figure out some reason to I always pick on the landscaping. I think that's the best place you can go, is just be like, hey, like, I'm going to have to put 10 grand into the landscaping. That's usually the case. Like here, like, oh, that front yard needs a lot of help. Granted, it was probably winter when they took this picture because there's no leaves on the trees. But if you're looking for something to pick on, that's always the best. Like, oh, it looks like, see, here's a bonus though. In this one, the fact that it has a ramp to the backyard, that makes it perfect for somebody in a wheelchair. So that's always a better deal. So that's a good thing. But you can beat it up and say, oh yeah, you guys need, it needs a lot of help in the landscape area. But this one, you don't have to worry about too much because it needs a lot of help all around. So let's call on it and see what they say. I really want to know what rents are. I'm figuring rents right now. Let's do $1,000 aside. So if we go, even if we go 1,100, if it's less than 1,100, then they really don't cash flow at their price, and we need to be probably half the price as usual. Yeah, then we're good, and let's do Section 8. Yeah, 633. If we can get it at 100,000, it's gonna be a tough sell, I'm sure. Let's see what the motivation is, though. That's the main thing. Okay, so it's kind of cool. Samantha's gonna present the $25,000 offer. This is easy, guys. It's just time consuming. And you got to know when to move on from the one that is owned by the investor. I gave him an offer and I'm moving on. I'm not gonna call them back. I'm not gonna,
Hi, you've reached the National Bond Trader. Sorry I missed your call.
Hi there. She's very breathy. You guys can hear that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, you've reached the National Bond Trader.
Okay, that's two. And you guys have seen, I mean, everybody's answering on the fourth one. So when people say, oh, I can't hold a realtor, it's like, because you're not trying hard enough.
My bad.
Hi.
Okay, so more than likely, if she doesn't answer, I'm gonna just text her again. Same thing. Always the address first. So when she returns the text, I know what she's talking about. But I'm gonna ask her what rents are, because that's gonna be if for whatever reason rents are, you know, $1,200 each side, then we're killing it.
Hi, Siobhan Trader.
I'm giving her 5. I don't care. She's making me mad. She's not gonna answer. She's off. She's on vacation.
Hi,
Okay.
Siobhan Trader.
So I'm gonna send her a text. Oops, not a video text. That's not what I was going for. Okay, and so enough time's passed. I'm gonna send Matt the text that I put together. So it just looks like I took the time to really work it out, and I'm sharing my contact info with him. Okay, and so back to
What is it,
you
just
see how
name?
we're getting what's that?
Just your name, email, like for your contact info, just name, email type of thing.
Yeah, but on iPhones it says share your contact info, and you can put your contact info in there. So it's just one more level of I'm a serious guy. I'm not just a wholesaler. I'm giving you my personal phone number. Like it's, you know, I have no problem giving my personal phone number. I should probably care because I'm sure I'm going to get spammed. But I don't care. I just like the credibility of it all. Okay, so we're going to send a message to this one. Nope, not that one. 202-2752. Wait a minute. Oops. 2752. Somehow I sent the wrong. Did I? Hang on. I did something wrong. Samantha. Where's the other dude? Okay. Brookfield. I think I sent the text to the wrong person. Hang on. 202. Yeah, I just sent it to this one. So copy. And how can we? There we go. Undo the send. Okay. Hold on. I messed up a little bit. So I got to go back to the. This was the investor, right? And so there's his phone number. There's Matt. 303. Sorry, guys. A little bit of a mistake here. Fat fingers 303, right? That's him. Okay. That's who I want to send the text message to. There we go. So I copied and pasted in. Brookfield. Okay. So I'm sending that text to Matt and sharing my info with him. Now 2752. Staying organized is everything. The duplex. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so we're going to okay, 9748, perfect. And then we're going to send her back to there, go back to there. She is 2752. Boom. Okay, message. All right, trying to do this again. Sorry about that. Copy the address. Address is in. Paste it in. Hey, I'm a investor and very interested in the duplex that you have. I just really need to know what the rents are and if it's occupied. Let me know that, and hopefully we can move further down the road on the negotiation. Okay, just a simple thing. I sent her my information, and we'll wait till she calls back. Okay, cool. All right, now you said, I like the fact that you're challenging me here. Let's try to find something that's a little bit more pricey, but you're saying let's get something that's got good rents, but it's a seller finance kind of situation. Okay.
Yeah, or just some sort of equity capture type of thing.
Okay.
Like
Okay, so here's a good example. Like this is 210, but it's 13. Well, they've got a mortgage on it too. So hold on, we don't want to confuse it. Let's see. So 214, 1200. Oh, that's mortgage. Everybody's got equity on these. Equity. This one's no equity. 219. I don't know why I call on these things. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to see I know what you're saying.
Like they turn into, like, the thing is, like, with these type of properties, they're great as seller finance deals, but only as seller finance deals unless they're willing to accept a $50,000 lowball.
And so
that's the thing.
Yeah, my feeling is that you're kind of now you're trying to force what the deal should be instead of finding out what their motivation is and then doing it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think this will fail because we'll be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. We talk, we chat. What do you think about seller finance? No. Like, oh, okay. Well, that was a waste of my time. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you can just kind of explain to them, like, hey, if I was to buy this all cash,
absolutely. I can, I can all day long.
You don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't cash flow. So the best way it's either they take a price cut or we do seller finance, and then kind of go from there.
Let's take this one, 230. Okay. I would have to offer, let's do a cash. Let's just run the numbers real quick. So I'd have to offer 115 and it still doesn't cash flow. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, this is so not good that it's not even worth calling on. And they're 7 days listed. So let's bail on that one. I know what you're saying and I appreciate it, but the rents are so low. Like even this one's 239, rent's 1,600. It's not enough to even get close to cash flow. You know what I mean? Because when you're looking, yeah.
Because then do you just go for the low ball? I mean, because like how I do it is, you go for the low ball and then you pivot to seller finance as like the alternative option, and that's when you either overpay or offer to pay the agent commission and that type of thing.
Yeah, because I'm looking at these purely from the 1% rule, and these are like not even close. Like, so it's one of those things where do I want to pay $250,000 to get $1,200 a month? No. And even if I came
that's Richard's argument is like, would you trade, $250,000 all cash for?
I know what you're talking about. That's multifamily. So if you got a 250 and it's multifamily, then there's a possibility that it will work because multifamily are primarily investment. So if you do come in and the multifamily doesn't cash flow, it is an investor you're usually talking to investors. So you're like, hey, how am I supposed to do this? It doesn't cash flow. But the way I can make it cash flow is seller finance. Here, let's do a quick one. I know where you're going with this. So let me.
Yeah. So my argument, my thing is if we're looking at it as an investment, couldn't we just do the same thing that we do for multifamily and make the same argument for single family homes? Or should I just skip the middle? Or should I just skip all that and just pivot to multifamily.
100% you can, but single family homes are not investment based. It's not an investment based strategy. Like it's well, I got my house. If you want to pay for my house, come pay for my house. They're not looking at it. Not as many people are looking at single families in that price range as actual
I see.
So here's a perfect example. Let's do this. It's even suggesting it. Let's see. So 1,300, it's 560. I'm going to assume that this is got to be a fourplex. Oh, this is a hotel. Oh, okay. So this one's tough too. This would be an investment. 9 apartments. Oh, this is kind of cool. 8 apartments currently rented with long-term tenants. Okay, well, bro, this is a great one. This is your area. I'm going to leave this one for you because this one's excellent. It's off market, 560. It's 9 units. Call on this one, okay? Today.
Yes, I will do that.
That's a good one for you, and I'm gonna put it in your DMs.
My man, thank you.
We just came across it. I mean, it's one of those things where it's a bed and breakfast, but it's long-term rentals already. So I'm gonna take this one off completely, so you can call it and take care of that one. That's kind of cool. That was a good one. But you know what I'm saying. So I guess what I'm saying is. Yes, when you're in those situations, but you want to also make sure cash flows somehow without seller financing. If it doesn't, I mean, the seller financing just sweetens the deal. Like if you can get that, but I know where you're going with it. It talks about, I think he calls it his checkmate pitch or something. And
yeah, exactly.
Coming in and saying, hey, I'm an investor. I'm not going to buy this because it doesn't cash flow. And so the only way to get it to cash flow is to incentivize you to take a set of payments. Now we can knock the payments down to 25% of the rents. Now we can cash flow. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yes, exactly. Like
my suggestion is don't go chasing those. Just have that argument in your back pocket for when you need it. Okay.
And then I'm trying to think. I almost had a question. Go ahead. Never mind. Well, no. Maybe I should pivot to, like, if I'm doing that, I should just do it strictly on lower days on market listings or higher days on market
higher days.
listings.
Yeah, higher days. Yeah. Again, the whole reason we make these, the entire reason we make these. Sorry, somebody sent me a text and I got screwed up. So yeah, I mean, the whole reason we make phone calls to realtors is find out motivation. And that's what, I mean, I try to teach. It's why I don't mind. I love to promote Hold My Hand Wholesale because it's important for me to get the people from Hold My Hand Wholesale that aren't getting any attention to come over and I can explain things to them one-on-one because they can't do it over there. And so the most important thing that I don't feel is stressed over there, they definitely go after, what to do and how to do it and the numbers and the analytics, but they don't say get on the phone. They do a lot of, hey, let's do a fake phone call. I'm like, no, do real ones.
Yeah, so I don't like doing role plays either. Like,
oh my god, yeah, the role play is just brutal because it's not helping. So what helps is getting on with the realtor, being nervous, hating it. And again, I mean, we've got in the audience, we've got Life's Good. He came in on Saturday, I think. He's going to be my pet project. And I'm sure he hates the fact that I'm singling him out right now, but it's okay. There's a certain amount of confidence that you have to make these phone calls. And that confidence is learned. And so the only way to get any kind of confidence is to face fears. And so Life's Good's got a fear. His fear is coming on stage and talking directly. He doesn't like talking to people. Bottom line is, this is not a business. if you can't talk to people. But he's got some goals, and we've worked them out, and I think these are all achievable goals. And so I'm going to press him up as much as I can. He said he'll be here every day. There's going to be a day where he comes on stage, and it's going to be really cool because I know you guys, and I know you guys are all going to support him when he comes on stage, because it's a frightening thing. It's a weird, frightening thing. And I think the more we can say that it's weird and it's frightening, it's the easier it is to get on stage. So getting on stage is the first one. And I remember Tyrell when he first was starting. And I mean, it was, I did make him just kind of, cry a little bit, which was good. But in the end, the confidence he has now is insane. And so Josiah, if you want to come on stage, all you have to do is just right click and hold your hand up. I'm going to bring you up whenever you want to, just to get through that scary part of like coming on stage. So whenever that happens, it's fine. It's up to you. I'm not going to push you into it. But there's going to be a day where you're like, oh, I should just do this and get it over with. And it's going to be painless. I guarantee it. I mean, I'll be mean to you. Absolutely. Just because that's who I am, as a human being. But yeah, don't hesitate to come up on stage. Okay, so more than anything, Tyrell, I want you to not try to find places so you can exercise the way that you want to do things, but just have those as all like quivers in your, in your what do you quiver? No.
Arrows in my arrows.
Arrows in your quiver. I'm like, where are quivers coming from? Yeah, just have those.
Yeah.
So when it's time to use it, you can, but don't go searching for it, because a lot of people do that. Then a lot of people are like, oh, I'm looking for seller finance deals. I'm like, yeah, you aren't really, because you don't know who's going to be okay with it, and you have to present it. It's almost like people have to be backed into a corner to do a seller finance. So. Because they're like, oh, I want to do this. I want to get out of that. I want to, it's like, well, here's a way. Here's a way to solve your problem. Here's a way you can sell your property and get money over, a long period of time. So that's all I have to say for that. Okay.
I will. I'll.
Hey,
I'll.
thanks. I mean, I really appreciate it. I mean, we ate up a ton of time, but I mean, I thank you for challenging us on this. Super cool. And we're getting a text back from, let's see, Brookfield. Nope, that's no text back yet. Okay, so we'll just see what texts come back. But again, you guys are just setting little time bombs all over the place, and then they're going to go off, and you just have to make sure you answer the phone. That's a big part of it too. That's really a big deal, because Samantha's willing to put the $25,000 towards the client. And just to revisit that one, I mean, that's a seriously good deal. If we get that,
and you did my bad.
Go ahead. No, you were going to compliment me. I want to hear it.
Oh no, yeah, you did a really good job of getting her to present that, and you presented the case really well. And I need to do more of that. But it's like, hey, it doesn't cash flow. I'm looking at it like these repairs. I'm looking at it, and you do a really good job of like pulling up comps as well, like on Zillow and stuff. Like even like down there in the description underneath the description, I see you pull comps all the time. So I need to start doing more of that, where it's like, okay, here's this cash flow is going to be this. I need it to be at this number, and kind of get them to see where you're coming from instead of just lowballing them off hop.
Well, and don't be afraid to use CompGTP too for your comps. So let's do that real quick, just so you guys can see what it is. So on that one that we like, and we're offering 25,000. If we go to comp, there it is. Hold on, they're asking about that Miami one was in Indiana, South Bend. Okay, lost my mouse. Okay, there we go. There it's back. Oh, everything's slow. Sorry, guys. I think I might be frozen because nothing's working on my side. Oh, I've got way too many open. Stand by. Sorry about this.
And after this, I'll be hitting the hard, so I'll have a lot of deals for you tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and it's kind of fun to hit it hard. I mean, like, I really want you guys, like, I think we spend way too much time on, oh, I'm waiting for him to call me back. I'm like, no, you're not. You're moving on. You're doing something else. I don't mean to be hardcore about it, but golly, like, we just need to get on the phone constantly. That's all that matters. Hang on. I think I just lost my, well, there we go. Okay, so let me kill some of these windows. Stand by. I've got too many things open, so everything's processing pictures and it's slowing me down. Life's good. Josiah, I saw that you sent me or you said something in the text. I'll see what it is. Give me 2 seconds. Everything on my side slowed down. Okay, is my camera not even working? I got nothing going on. Okay. Let's see what.
I'm seeing your camera's doing like a rotating thing. You're sharing your screen fine, but I don't know if somebody wants to put it in the chat.
Yeah, I think it's just because I've got too many windows open. Josiah,
it might be in my end, the camera side.
I saw your chat message. That's hilarious. He blocked the hand button on his end. It's like, you're not getting me on stage. You're gonna want to get on stage and see it. Okay, we're shutting all this down. Now we're moving a little faster. Sorry about that. That was too many windows open. Okay, now with comp, let's look at this one real quick. So this is the $25,000 offer. They're asking $84,000, I think. So let's just see. CompGTP is your best friend. You get to decide time frame, max distance, which is half a mile on it, is what it starts with, and then you just find your property. It's way easier. Way easier. Yeah, I guess my camera's just not. I think I'm just eating up too much bandwidth. Okay, so weren't able to find all the comps. We leveraged advanced. I found 13 comps. Okay, so let's use the AI filter. This is a new thing too. They're throwing AI in here. The guys over at Atlas are ridiculous. Not only is Atlas amazing, but they are constantly moving forward with new programs and new stuff. So they're a force. They're a force to be reckoned with. Come on. Yeah, so this is pulling 13 properties in South Bend for comps. And guys, again, the best part of all this is we can sell any great deal. And so I really want you guys to start getting great deals, because and Tyrell, I'm afraid you're guilty of it. You're guilty of the $5,000 off deal, and it's not going to sell. It just isn't. Okay, let's see if my camera comes up now. I'm just spinning, but I'm still sharing my there we go. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. So we can easily say gutted distress. We don't want to do the renovated ones, because we want to show what we think is not is most like what what we're dealing with. So renovated the AR. This. Okay. And so what's cool, I just got 5 of those really fast. Okay. 44,000 is what we should be offering. Okay. And so I'm offering 25. If I can get it for 25, I can send them. Look at this, even says the max is 16, but that's based on. So we're right in line with this. But what's great is when I put this up for sale, I can show that, at 25,000, even if the ARV is 44, which it isn't, because that's the ARV on gutted one. So what I would do is I do this one for the seller. I'm like, guys, right now I ran all the comps in the area, and your place is worth 44,000 potentially without the repairs. But when I'm ready to sell it, I do just the opposite. I go to the renovated. Okay, so renovated, take off the distressed, get a renovated, and hit renovated. Get rid of distressed, and get rid of distressed, and do another renovated. Even though that's a little bit low, I'm actually going to leave that one out just to make it better. So I do that when I'm talking to a seller, and now I can say, hey, we got a place at $25,000, needs $30,000 in repairs, and your ARV is 136. And here's proof. Here it all is. You guys can check it out, and then I share that report with them. It's a tool and a half. It is so great. So that's just a quick example of what's going to happen with this one. Okay. All right. So back to Tyrell. What else? Call on that bed and breakfast today and let me know what you find out. Because if that's 9 bedrooms and they're all rented, I'd love to know what's going on there.
Okay, that'll be the first one I call.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool. I kind of hate that I gave it to you.
Don't worry, we'll JV on it if it goes
Okay,
in
well,
the contract.
Okay, I want to make sure it's part of my 20 deals this week, guys. Guaranteed. That's my goal. It's what I want. I'm gonna get it because I'm gonna work after I get off with you guys. I will just continue to make phone calls and just hammer it out. Hey, also, I'm putting out a poll once Mikey gets out of high school because he's my tech guy. We're gonna put a poll out saying, is there a better time? Is there a time that's better than 8 to 10? Like is noon my time, so 3 o'clock on the East Coast? Is that a better time? So let me know. Let me know if there's better times for me to come live, and maybe I'll just switch it up. Maybe I'll change it up each day. I like coming in at 8 because I've read someplace that if you do something consistent for 2 hours a day, you'll achieve it. And so you guys are kind of forcing me to do this every morning for 2 hours. And so I'm being selfish. I'm getting 2 hours of focused attention on just searching for deals and helping you guys out. So I'm just being selfish. Okay, let's check for more deals. Let's get out of South Bend. I'm going to leave that one to Tyrell. Let's go somewhere new. Again, I want to kind of hit college towns. South Bend's a good one. That's where Notre Dame is. Let's see. Where? Oh no, I know which one I'm going to do. Oxford, Mississippi. And the reason Oxford, Mississippi is twofold. Ole Miss is there. Okay. And that's a big town. That's where DK Metcalf is from, where he went to school in Oxford. Actually, I think he's from there too, officially. So, because
I got one. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
get it.
No, I'm just chatting. Go ahead. What's up? Give it to me.
So I got I just got off the phone with a realtor. They're going through a divorce. Kids are off to college. They have this big old house. They have a mortgage on it. Seems like they have two.
Okay.
It is in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is
Perfect.
going for $450,000 with a $15,000 price cut. They are motivated to sell because of what I just mentioned earlier. I'll shoot you the
Tell me again,
address.
it's a $15,000 price cut or 50,000?
15.
Meh. Okay. What's the address?
1118 Timber Valley Court, Cincinnati, Ohio. And recently, I just started going after properties that that are above 60 days.
Okay. Beautiful house.
It's a gorgeous house, to be honest with you.
Okay. 90 days
and
on market. Yeah.
I'm back to my 400, 500, $1 million property, to be honest.
No, it's fine. I mean, that's where Tyrell wants to see stuff too. So right now they owe 584 and they're asking 450.
Right.
Okay. What?
So I'm leaning more towards seller finance. But
You can't seller finance. They don't own it.
Not seller finance, mortgage takeover. Sorry.
You want to take over their mortgage that is over $100,000 underwater? You don't. You see what I'm saying? If this was a $600,000 house, I would say, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Not even then. No, even then I wouldn't. It'd have to be $650,000 to $700,000 because right now their open loans 584. Let's double check though. I'm a little nervous about Wholesale Atlas's stuff right now because they're working on some stuff, and so that might not be the case. Let's see.
Have you seen a balance of 98,865 and another balance of 272,000?
Okay, so we're a little bit better than. Okay,
yeah,
good.
And it's 22% equity that they have in.
So
that's what's coming up on PropWire.
Yeah, PropStream is saying that they don't know. That's rude. Loan amount of $100,000 and nothing's lining up. So how's your rapport with the realtor?
It's good. It's just that he was on the move, so he was just like, "Yo, dude, I'll make something happen for you. Send me an offer." You know what I mean?
Yep, I get it.
That's exactly what he said.
So here's the deal. Let's check simple comps really quick, and I do that through Zillow, just to look at the area. Let's see what kind of neighborhood we're talking about here, because we don't know. Yeah, we don't know what they owe. We just don't. Okay, so 338, 335. This is theirs? No. Which one's theirs? Hold on, let's see. Satellite.
1118 is theirs.
1118. Okay. Okay, that's 1126. Where's 1118? 1118. It's back there. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they've got all
they
those
own 3 acres of land.
Okay, so they've got a big lot. So comp wise, they're more like the 621, but no pool. So we knocked a little bit out there. No extra ADU. So yeah, so I think they're marked that their price is not bad. Like for what? Yeah, we're looking at a huge lot. This whole thing. That's funny. Their driveway is here. It goes. So they've got. That's interesting. I wonder if that is theirs or. Okay, so yeah, they've got a big area. They've got a nice wooded area. Yeah, this is a cool place. Now we just
Set
need
it for your
to.
own trees, knock it
Oh
all
yeah,
down, put an ADU in it.
yeah.
He was like,
So
it's 3 acres, so you could do whatever you want with it.
not only is it 3 acres, but it backs up against probably another 10 acres. Like if you look at the, I'm just trying to go in. Like look over here. Like this is somebody else's house, yeah, but over here nobody lives there. That's empty. So you've got a ton of like, yeah, there's a lot of room. Not that you can do anything with it. Kids can go and play and go camping, but that's about it. No, cool area. Okay, so where is this?
Ohio. This is near the Kentucky line.
Okay. In Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Right. I like this house. This is cool. Okay. So as we go inside, we love the inside too. It's awesome. Okay. And the realtor's not giving you much.
He's not. He's a little frustrated. It sounds like he's like it was been supposed to be off the market.
Yeah, this is an equity play for sure. If they want 450, I don't see anything wrong with offering 390. It's cash. You know what I mean? Because then if you offered 390 cash, you're well above what I mean. You're right around what the other houses are that aren't as many acres. I think this is a cash deal. I don't know. We've got to find out. We got to find out what the mortgage is. That's the biggest problem. And you've got the MLS, right?
I don't remember. I'm not with the brokerage.
Dang it. Yeah, because if you could, then you'd get the notes. New flooring throughout, lean level, fresh, finished. Golly, yeah, no, I see why you like it. I get it. We need to know we know there's a divorce. We need more information. Dang it. Yeah, you're gonna really need your realtor to be a little bit more forthcoming on where they're at and if it's even possible for us up to or a mortgage takeover. So you got your work cut out for you because it sounds like he's pretty close-lipped on everything. Cool place. It's got potential, big time.
Does this come off on Wholesale Atlas?
No, I checked it, and it's the problem is it's got on Wholesale Atlas. It's got weird, like it's saying the amount's 100,000 and the balance is 292. So it's still being goofy on its. And I'm going to send this to him real quick. It's being goofy on its mortgage stuff. Let me just send this to them so they've got another example of it. Yeah, you're going to have to get everything out of the realtor, 100%. So you got to get them to tell you what's going on here. Otherwise, it's a low ball.
Approach is like, hey, I want to offer, 390 cash. And then I say, there's an opportunity for us to really come in heavy at their full asking. Need a breakdown of the mortgage statement to.
Yeah, so don't tell them there's a possibility of coming in for full asking until you find out what the mortgage is. Okay, because
I'm trying to structure wording to get that.
Here we go.
Do that.
I'm going to show you. Use this. This is my cheat sheet. I created a chat that is in the answer. But I did one specifically for to do it in the voice of Chris Voss, the negotiator that I love so much. Gosh darn it! I wish I could send it to you guys. I don't know if I can. Okay, so what I did was I downloaded his book in the chat and created a channel that just is answering things the way chat would. So here, stand by. I'm gonna create a I just have to voice it. So hang on. Okay, I have a property where the couple's getting divorced. It's $450,000 as a asking price, but we don't know how much they owe on the mortgage. That's going to be really necessary for us to know in case we want to do a mortgage takeover or actually take over their payment, also known as a sub-2. What's a good argument for them to give us the mortgage? Because we're probably going to lowball at $350 if we can't find out what the mortgage is. So give me a short way to explain that to the realtor. The realtor is not very forthcoming and kind of busy and kind of annoyed. So can you give me something that's empathetic and can help us get the ball rolling on finding out what mortgage? Okay, so with chat, the more you give it, the better. And so like really like say everything that you can into it. So let's see what we can do here. Totally understand you're busy. I don't want to waste your time. The reason I'm asking about the mortgage balance is because it really determines the type of offers we can realistically put together for you. If there's great equity, we can make a straight cash offer. If there's not, sometimes we structure creative time, which actually makes it. They're going through a tough divorce. How would you like me to structure an offer if I don't know what's owed? You like it?
Sure, yeah.
The good base. I wouldn't worry about the. So this is the most important. How would you like me to offer structure an offer? That's a great way to put it in his corner. Like, say, I'd love to come in. I don't want to offend with a lowball offer. I'd like to get you guys as much as I can. So,
Can you throw that into the chat? Because it's
yeah,
so
of
tiny
course.
on my screen.
I'm going to give you all of this. Okay. But just if I can figure out a way to share this channel with you guys, I will. Again, that's going to take probably a 16-year-old that will help me because he's awesome. Let me get this into chat. And my camera's still not showing up, huh? Sorry about that. No idea why. Okay, so here's the script, and it's funny. I mean, I know everybody else that teaches like gives you scripts. I think this is so much better because it's a script for what you're dealing with, and so you can talk into it and make it work for you. Let me just see. These are GTPs. Let me see if there's a share here. My GTPs. Hold on. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Are you paying for the premium version of
Yeah,
ChatGPT?
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Because I mean, this should be
mine does not spit that out like that.
right.
Can
Yeah.
you search? Can you search for what you named it in there and see if it pops up?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Because I don't know if it makes them public or not.
I'm not sure. But it's super easy to do. I can put in the, let's see what comes. Oh no, it just goes into mine when I search that. Library? Let's search the library. Nope. These are all just things that I've done in the past. Okay, so on yours, I mean, if you guys want to build this, it's simple. Because I'll put it in the chat. Marilyn, can you put in the book? So I'll give you the book. It's in a. I mean, I just found it online, and I just added it to. I just added it here because you can hit plus here, and you can add a photo or file, and so. Oh yeah, it's in resources. Thank you, Marilyn. So if you just add that to a normal chat and just say, to answer in the form of Chris Voss. It'll kind of do it for you. It's kind of cool.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's a kind of an easy way to just answers to, like, I mean, great ways to do empathetic responses to people, because you can be like, oh, the realtor's super mean, how do I make her nice? And it gives you great ideas. All right. Okay. Well, I didn't realize this went really fast today, guys. This was a good day. I'm super focused. I think maybe we got one deal while we were doing it. So hopefully I can get that one under contract. I have wiggle room. So when she comes back and says they don't want 25,000, I still have a little bit of room. And so that's why we offer low to start off with, because they're going to come back and they're going to want something different. So for that one, I mean, I think we're going to be in a pretty good situation. That was this one, right? So yeah, I mean, and we've got stuff that we can totally use when we sell it to say the ARV is like 136. That could be a really good deal. So let's hope so. Oh, who else jumped up here? Hey, J Mill, what's up? Sorry, my camera's not working. I don't know what the deal is. J Mill, I'm not hearing you, but you're not on mute.
Hold on.
There we go. I'm holding on.
Hold on.
I can hold on.
Hey, there I am, huh?
There you are. What's up?
What's up, dude? Nice to talk to you.
Thanks. Good to talk to you too. What's going on?
Oh, so I got a deal. I kind of got recommended like some different terms. I don't know. Is it what you guys call a hybrid?
Okay.
But
nothing I hate more. So let's check it out. Yeah. No,
but
what's the address?
Can I text it to you?
Sure.
Or just message it to you right now?
Do you want me to hide it from everybody?
No, fuck it. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, just so you know, in my streams, I don't let cussing happen. So
No,
I know
I'm
that
sorry.
was a slip of the tongue, but I'm that guy. Okay,
sorry,
so what?
I appreciate
No
that as well, man. I'm a
no
god for you.
worries.
All right, so it's
Okay.
335
Okay.
North Brevard or Brevard, Brevard Avenue, and it's in Coconut Beach, Florida.
Cocoa Beach. Nice. Okay.
Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Cocoa Beach. That's where all the cocoa beaches live. Okay, so it's a multi. 3 6.
Yeah, it's a 3-unit.
Okay, triplex.
Yep, they're all 2-1s.
Okay. And what are they
Mhm.
renting for? What's the rent on each?
They're getting 14, but they're open right now. The tenants are month to month. They're open to staying, or we'd find new tenants, but the rent is about $1,800. They've just been there for eight years, long tenants.
Sure, but right now they're getting $1,400 per unit.
Yep.
So $4,200 all together. So we always base all of our stuff on the worst case scenario. So the worst case scenario is the buyer can walk in there and they know that they're getting at least $4,200 a month.
$4,200. Yes, sir.
Okay. So right away, what I base a lot of things on is rule. So this is a $900,000 place, but it's only giving me $4,200 a month. If it was like $4,200 and it was a $4,000 or $400,000 place, then I'd be looking at it. So let's take a peek.
Okay, so he's down for seller finance, so that's why I was like a hybrid.
There we go.
I didn't really know because
Now,
he does want 50%.
Okay,
down, and then he'll carry 50.
Perfect. Okay, does he own it completely?
100%. Yep.
Okay, so hybrids, just so you understand, is seller financing and a mortgage takeover on the same thing.
Oh,
What you're
okay.
you're talking about is more closely resembles a Morby method.
Yeah, it's a Morby for sure. Yeah.
So that's what you're going for. Okay, so looking at this place, they've oh yeah, you're close to the beach. This is all the things everybody loves.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, and how much are you planning on giving him? 900.
So he wants 900.
Okay.
He's down for a 450. So he's down for a 450, right? Because he wants 50% down, and then he wants to carry seller carry the other 50, but he wanted it as a 6% interest rate. And I go, no way.
Yeah,
And
no.
so I put my offer up to, I did 1 million, 0 interest, half down, half owner carry at $1,000 a month.
Oh, okay. $1,000 a month. Let's see.
Yeah.
So if we can do that at 1,000, yeah, then you're cash flowing 1480 because your operational expenses and what is it? PITI is 952 because property tax is 577, insurance is 13.
Yep.
Okay, so that's expensive. It's an expensive place to live. Okay.
What's cash on cash there? Like, I just didn't know if that's still a deal, but I was like, okay,
That's a
maybe
tough
I could
one.
Morby.
Yeah, I mean, did he agree to 1,000 a month?
It's through a realtor, and I told her she'd get paid out of our down payment, but she's gonna throw the deal. She needs proof of funds, and I don't have it.
Okay, no problem. Let's. I don't know if this is one. The 6% is a no go. How many year balloon is good with 10 years?
Well, 8 year. He wanted 6. I put him at 8.
Okay, so is he agreed to 8 or no?
She's wanting proof of funds, but she threw the offer into him. But she's like, I need proof of funds. That's what the realtor's telling me.
Okay. Well, let's look into this a little bit more. I've got a mortgage guy, but I don't like the 6%. I would do 0%.
Well, no, that's why I went up 100,000 on the purchase price and 0 interest.
Right. What are the comps in that area? Does it?
It's so hard to find, right, for a triplex.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can.
Okay. I appreciate it, Trent.
Sure, absolutely. Let's see what we can do. This one's thin right now. I mean, it's like I don't know if it's a deal yet. So hang on. Let's see.
Yeah, so yeah, I went up from 900. I said we'll give you $1 million, but no interest on our.
Right, but did you do the math on that? Did you know how to use an amortization calculator?
No, not really.
Okay.
I tried to get help from some of like the Richards guys,
Yeah,
but nobody. I can't get a hold of anybody like at all. So
okay, so let's just do this real quick so you can see what you're looking at. So for 350,000 over 8 years, 6% interest. So we're looking at monthly, just so we can kind of get an idea.
Well, it'd be what, 450,000, right? Half the 900.
Yeah, if you're doing that, yeah. But I wanted you to see at 350,000, the amount of interest you pay is $1,750 a month.
Yeah.
Let's get it to the annual. So you'd be paying over the entire time. Oh, it doesn't give you the total here. 20, let's call it. Sorry, just 1 second. So, so just quick numbers like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000. So you'd only be paying about $70,000 in interest.
Okay.
But you gave him
100,000.
100,000. So so always make sure that
I'm talking to the realtor. I can renegotiate because
Okay,
seeing
cool.
that changes the whole excuse my language, the whole game,
Yeah. So
okay, seeing that really helps me out.
Yeah. So what's worse is now we're at 450,000, and so with that interest, we're paying 25, 75, 80, 90, 100, 110, $115,000 in interest over that same period of time for that 450. So we got to be careful about the over.
Okay, where does that? So we 100,000 like with our down payment, right? Because he's at 450 with 6%. So then we went up to we'll do a purchase price of 100,000. So basically adding 100,000 in interest. Is that not right?
Yeah,
Or like,
you're adding a lot in interest. You're I think
but
you're
that
over
the down payment at 6% right there shows 115,000 in interest over that 8-year balloon, right?
on 450. Yeah. So that's what I changed was the 450,000. So I just want you to be careful about over offering. The reason we over offer is if this was 0%, then we're totally happy because this is what our interest is 0 over that time. Okay. So we're paying
right. So even
that's
at a 0, so what about the 0 interest? Because now at $1 million purchase price, there is 0 interest on our payments, but it is 100,000 that we're paying up front in interest.
Right. But that's you're paying a little bit more. So you're paying about $30,000 over what you would have paid if you paid 6% interest. That's what I'm getting at.
So would we take it at 450 down and 6% interest on the 450 rather than $1,500,000 down and 0 interest?
So it all depends. And everybody hates when you say it all depends. But are you buying this? Are you buying this for yourself, or are you going to try?
Nope, I'm gonna try to move it. Yeah,
right.
wholesale.
And so it is not movable. That nobody's going to want that deal.
Okay.
I mean, you did great. The $1,000 a month, if he agrees to that, is good. But again, the cash flow on this is brutal. And so this is actually something that Tyrell was asking about earlier. Is something that doesn't cash flow. I mean, if you're only getting $4,200 a month, it's brutal. Let's go at their offer.
Yeah,
price.
and if we raised it to, what if it was $5,400 a month? Would it make a difference at all?
Of about a little bit. But I mean, here's what, if we're doing 900,000. I'm sorry, let's do a cash deal just real quick. So if we were to pay him exactly what he wants, right? 900,000. This is how much you'd cash flow each month. A negative $3,800. Okay. That's when we want to come in and go, hey, how do you figure us making this work? You know, I cash flow a negative $4,000 a month, and leave it up to them to do it. You know, because you need to be somewhere in the $450,000 range to even get close. You're still $738 not cash flow, and that's the beauty of the seller finance. So if we did seller finance, offer them what they want. And if you can get that $1,000 a month, now you're cash flowing at 14.
Okay, he is open, Trent, to the seller finance, but he does want, let's say, so he has it at 900. He wants his 450,000 up front, you know.
Sure, I get it. I totally would too. I just don't like the rents. The rents are not that great for what it is. So if the rents, like you said, were what, 5,400?
Yeah, if we went 5,400 on them, because they're all month to month, because it can go up, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, now you're getting there. I mean, it's 2,300.
Yeah, here, hold on. What? Slow down. I'm looking at your screen. So what?
No
You're
worries.
at 54, and then what? Balloon 8-year.
Yeah, I do a 10-year balloon.
So, but if that was it at a 6% interest on the 50, that's his 6% interest on the 50% carry.
Yeah. Yep.
And so payment to buyer 2,300, but we're only giving him 1,000 a month.
So the balloon payment will be about $621,000 once you get to it. Your cash on cash is 6%, so you're not getting anything. That's not sellable. It needs to be, for me, it has to be over 20.
So what about this then, Trent? What would you suggest I do? Would you suggest I negotiate purchase price? Would you what?
I don't think
Or,
that's
you know,
going to help much because I mean, again, with it's I don't know if the purchase price is really where you're going to be. It's the fact that he wants 6% interest. It just makes it not a deal, and so it's something that I
but
would
if he,
just,
so even what if it's 0% interest, but we gave him that $100,000 up front, right? That doesn't work still, huh?
so you're saying $1 million,
No, we offer $1 million, yeah.
$1 million,
And our down
450.
payment,
He still wants that 450,000, right?
he's
Or is he going to want five?
he's gonna want his 50%.
Okay. Again, here's what matters. So think about it. Do you want to make $2,300 on a $400,000 or $500,000 investment? So 500 divided by 2,300. I mean, it's going to take 217 months to make that back. So 18 years to get your money back, but then you're going to have to pay another 404 as well. So it kind of, I don't love it, but I've got a Morby guy. I'm going to throw it out to him, see what he can do. It's going to be one of those things where it really depends on the seller because he wants a lot. He wants a huge down payment and he wants a huge, and it has to go 10 years. Because we need time to make that back. Okay. So let me throw it out to my guy. I'll send the address to him, but we need to 100% know that he owns it. So that's before we send any proof of funds. We need an assurance that he owns it outright. Do you know that he does? Did we lose him? Where'd he go? J-Mail, did you take off? Looks like he owns it outright. Let me double check. And I'll be honest, Morby's not my favorite because it seems there's something weird about it.
I lost you again.
No worries. I can hear you now. I'm just double checking to make sure. Yeah, he doesn't.
So I was talking. I didn't realize my mic was cut, but yeah, he's owned it outright since like 1989.
Okay, good. He's got 4 other properties too in one in Cocoa. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those. Let me throw it out to my guy. Let me see what I can do. But knowing that it's paid off is huge. And how long has it been on market?
Here, let me see. Shit, I just 157 days.
Okay, so there's no clock working against us.
Oh, the guy is not. So that's where I would go. Not very like he's or stubborn, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
well,
Like
he can be. He doesn't care
for sure.
He's like,
he don't give a shit.
He's like, okay, I'll sell it. I won't sell it. I don't care. So yeah, let me throw it out to my guy. Let him know and see what he offers. But I think he'll say no to it as well. The key to this whole thing, though, is sell it. Right? You don't want to own it. So
no, I mean it would be nice eventually. Right?
Sure,
eventually
not sellable though. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, because I had a couple of guys.
It's not really that nice.
Huh?
It's not really that nice, but it is.
It's all
near
remodeled now, I guess.
Yeah, but it is near beach, so that's what gives it its charm. Like when you're 3 blocks from the water, that doesn't hurt. All right, well, good deal. Let me throw it out to you. Let you know.
Okay, yeah, for sure, man. I really appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. I'm gonna just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I appreciate all the help, man.
Sure, no problem.
I'm glad to be a part of this server because I feel like I get a lot more like interaction and help, right?
Well, and I'd love to help you guys out because I mean, I was director over at Hold My Hand Wholesale for a long time.
No, I know. That's how I found you, bro. I used to watch you every day.
Oh, nice. Well, and it's just, I mean, they just don't pay attention, and so it frustrated me. So, yeah,
Too many people, too much shit or stuff going on, and it's just like I'm like trying to get help. I'm like, hold my hand. What the heck, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, what happened to holding my hand?
Yeah.
Well, I will always, and so tell everybody else over there if they need help, come on over. I'm, mine's free. I'm doing it just to help out. So,
well, man, if we can, let me know. I don't know if you can just DM me on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, let me know what your Morby guy says, and because if I can make $5,000, man, that helps.
Sure,
like
absolutely,
everything helps.
Okay, I'll send it over to him today, and we'll. He answers back pretty fast.
Okay, hey, thank you so much, Trent, man.
Okay,
God
bro,
bless.
take it easy. Absolutely, thanks. I appreciate that. All right, guys, that puts us over. So we did good today. I'll throw out at some point just a message to everybody, seeing what would be a good time if you guys like this time, if you want a different time. I'm just here to help. Josiah, I'm going to give you a chance to jump on stage and say hi. I don't know if you guys can see how fast Josiah declines this. Watch. Okay, I'm going to invite him, and it's up, and it's gone. All right, Josiah, you're going to come up soon. I guarantee it. All right, guys, thanks so much. We will do this all again tomorrow, and Josiah's going to get on stage. It's going to be so exciting. Here, let's try it one more time just to make sure, because I think he might have wanted to come up. Nope. Okay. All right, Josiah.